Shalom, family. Good to see everyone. Hope you're doing well. I mean, Shabbat Shalom. Boy, I tell you what, because of the Memorial Day holiday, it seems like this week flew. Man, this was a fast week. So many of you notice, especially if you drive a car or even if you're a passenger in a car, you notice how fast the gas is running out. Well, this is actually being done on purpose. And what they're doing to the gas is actually destroying everybody's car. And this is being done on purpose. It is something that Congress approved. And you're going to hear it in the video that something is added to the gas. So, no, you are not imagining things when you see your gas running out. And it is your politicians, Democrats and Republicans, that voted on this in Congress. So, if you have an older car, you're probably going to be without a car if it's not at least in the 2000s. Um, but eventually it's going to take toll on everybody's car. And yes, they are doing this to people on purpose, and it's wrong. It's wrong to do these things and not tell the public. See, they didn't tell the public because they know the reaction is not going to be good. It's not going to be good, y'all. So there's really not much you can do. This is really out beyond the control of everybody that's driving a car. But I pray the Most High rain his curse down on these people for doing this because I think what they did was rotten. But you're about to see this. So let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. And you'll get a full understanding of what has happened to the gas. And all of you have noticed how fast you're running out. Maybe a tank would last you all week and beyond, and it's now lasting you just a few days. No, you are not imagining it at all. All right, y'all, let me go ahead and share my screen. Please give me a one if you can see my screen. Thank you.
Y'all, look how much gas is in the car. Look how much we are on fucking zero. And the gas station is all the way over there. We gotta go around this fucking thing. Oh my gosh. Will we make it? My car name is Mochi and I pray that she makes us there. Okay. If we get stuck, we are gonna have to get the little gas pump things and walk across. Oh my gosh. We on WT Harris. Chill. What the ah. I'm trying to get there. I think it's gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. We made it. We made it. So if your car says zero, it'll still get there. That's proof. I am sweating. Look at my lip. Look at the hair on my lip. Oh my god, I gotta get a wax. But we made it. Thank God.
Congress just changed what's in your gasoline and didn't ask you. There's a video going around with 350,000 likes telling you that your car is falling apart because of it. And I get it. When the government quietly changes something to put in your engine every week, you might feel concerned. The EPA issued an emergency fuel waiver because of what's going on in Iran. Our fuel supply is tight and prices are climbing. Blending in ethanol that's domestic that we have here is going to help with that. So when they bump the limit from 10 to 15%, we're just putting a little bit more ethanol that's domestic here to make the fuel that we get from overseas go further. But in my opinion, that video is telling you completely the wrong things to be worried about. Let me tell you what's actually happening as a car guy my entire life. Congress did not pass a law. The EPA issued an emergency fuel waiver. A waiver can be reversed. A law can't. Know the difference. It's about going from up to 10% ethanol to now up to 15% ethanol, E15. It's not why your car shakes at idle. Every properly maintained car made after 2001 can handle E15. Your car has a sensor in the exhaust and making changes based off of that. That's a whole other rabbit hole. It's constantly making adjustments to how it's running and monitoring itself so that it runs properly, is all you need to know. It has a brain so that when fuel quality goes up, down, or has more or less ethanol, it runs fine. They've already done all this work for you. It has a brain. If your car is shaking, that's worn spark plugs, bad coil packs, or carbon buildup. If you have a direct injected motor, and there's millions of those on the road right now, a lot of you are driving direct injected motors, and you can look that up. That's happening before E15 showed up to the pump. You're not running out of gas faster. The difference between E10 and 15 could maybe be 5 miles per tank at the end of the day. Are you really noticing that? Obviously, if it's 5 miles, is 5 miles. This isn't a new law. It's not permanent. The gas costs are high because of what's happening overseas. That's it. Now, if you drive something older than 2001, ethanol in the fuel can cause problems. Fuel lines, older seals, they weren't designed for ethanol. If you drive something older, just pay attention to what pump you're using and what it says. And yes, ethanol does reduce energy per gallon slightly. That part is real. But ethanol raises the octane level, burns cleaner at higher concentrations. It even cools your engine. The performance car world runs on ethanol. It performs better, runs cooler, all the above. It's not poison, it's just some chemistry going on. So don't worry about all this. Don't take advice from people who don't work on cars. It's fear mongering and it's probably not permanent. And if you want to be the first person to know if there's some BS in the news about car stuff or gas or anything like that, hit that follow button.
Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear this.
Okay, so that's why your car is burning fuel faster. It's because when the war broke out, Strait to Hormuz was closed, they added, and I think this should have been told to the public, and they didn't tell the public, they added more ethanol to the gas. So now you don't get the same miles per gallon out of your gas because of the increased ethanol. This is why your car is burning everything up a lot faster. And it just goes to show you how dishonest the politicians are. Congress could have said something to the public. We're making changes to because we should be running on the summer blend now, and they should have said something. They didn't. This is why you're seeing so many videos coming out of people saying, I just got gas 2 days ago and I'm already down to this. They're not imagining it, y'all. It's extra ethanol in the gas that's causing you to burn it up quicker. I don't know why Donald Trump, instead of worrying about a war, he need to be a president and just tell people what's going on. But he's so busy. Every time somebody puts a mic in his face, he's always lying about the war and trying to make you think they are begging at his feet. And none of those things are going on. You should have told the public that extra ethanol was added to the gas, so it's going to burn quicker. They said nothing. All of the politicians knew, including Donald Trump. They all know what's going on, but they don't want to tell you. And it's not right. It's not right. It's not right to anybody that's driving a car or have a car. This should have been told to the public. But they made this change quietly and not saying anything to the public. So if you have a vehicle older than 2001, this mess is tearing your car up. Your car is eventually going to be destroyed by all this extra ethanol in the gas tank. It's going to literally mess up your car, your engine, your fuel lines. Everything is getting messed up by this. All cars can't handle extra ethanol in the gas. Some cars can, and some vehicles absolutely cannot. So, y'all, let's go on.
But gas prices are entirely too high. Because why did it take almost $70 to fill up my Honda Accord? It's a sedan. And the worst part is this gas is going quicker than the cheap gas. I just filled up on Sunday. It's Friday. Why am I almost at half a tank? Make it make sense. I don't know what y'all putting in this new gas, but it's bullshit. It's some bullshit.
What's that? Oh, there's a reason people are running out of gas faster. And it's also going to be the reason that most people's vehicles are going to go to crap quickly. Tell me more! Yeah, this is wild because as people may have heard or not have heard, they are putting up to now 15% of ethanol in gasoline, which essentially is just kind of a way of helping supposedly the gas last longer. But that is not what is happening at the moment. What it's actually doing is making people run through their gas quicker. And what's also happening is strange and weird things to vehicles, such as people are experiencing the high idle. You know, when you're pulling up somewhere and all of a sudden your vehicle starts to shake a little extra hard and then kind of goes idle again. Yeah. The major problem with this is older vehicles are going to be decimated by this very quickly because their engines are older, obviously, and the cars are just older in general. Newer vehicles are still going to have this happen, but the problem is it's going to be forcing people into buying new vehicles because their older ones aren't going to last now. Oh, fun!
Got shut off and now I'm just rolling down the hill. Just rolling down the hill. Put a fucking wire in there. I don't know what to fucking do. I'm just rolling down the hill. Hopefully I can get to a gas station. Someone please help me. I'm just rolling down the hill. The steering's really tight. Hopefully I don't end up in a roadside ditch. Someone please send help. Someone please send help.
What the heck is going on with gas? Which we all know that gas is out the ass. But is it not lasting as long as it used to? Like, am I getting like 5 miles a gallon now? Is that what's really going on? Or is it because prices are so high? I literally filled up my tank yesterday and now I'm below half a tank and I barely went anywhere. Somebody please inform me what's going on.
Let me put y'all on real quick, because not only is the gas high as fuck, not only is gas $4, but it's also not lasting. I'm talking about they watering the shit down. They're giving us fake shit. I don't know what's going on, but the shit ain't lasting. There's no way I had a full tank when I left the gas station, and as soon as I pull out, I'm on a quarter tank or a half a tank. What the fuck is going on? Like, for real, in all actuality, y'all is playing in our fucking face. So let me put y'all on real quick. Go to AutoZone right now, as we speak, as you see this video. Tell a friend and tell a motherfucking friend, bitch, because I don't know what the fuck going on. But go to AutoZone and get you some Lucas. It's the Lucas upper cylinder lubricant. Go get you some. They got a big bottle. My man just bought 2 little bottles, okay? This helped the gas last longer. It's called a tune-up in a bottle. Every time you put some gas in that tank, every time you fill it up, put this in there too. And your gas gonna last longer, because they out here fucking around, playing with the gas, giving us fake shit, or I don't know. But there's no way the gas is not only running out, but it's high as hell. It's not lasting long. I don't know what's happening. But girl, go get you some Lucas. Right now. Let me turn around. This. Go get it. I'll put a picture in the comments if you can't see it here. Go get some now.
Mr. Trump, you're going to have to do something. This is the 3rd time this week I'm getting gas. And I'm not putting $5, $10. I'm putting like $30 each day. What is this gas? Water? Sugar water or something like this? And this ain't no way we putting gas in our cars this much. Like, and I'm only going home, work. Something got to give, Mr. Trump. God dang.
So this is why you have been running out of gas faster, okay? As of 24 hours ago, Congress officially passed a law, officially being the key word, stating that they are now going to allow E15 to be added to fuel and gasoline year-round. Here's what that actually means in English, okay? E15 is ethanol, okay? It is something that they add into fuel to reduce the amount of fuel that you need to use, okay? Now, typically, you've seen it before. At a gas station, there'll be a sign on the pump that says may contain up to 10% ethanol, okay? Now, there's been times where companies have put more or less ethanol based on the weather, the season, the heat outside, things like that. Additionally, like I've been talking about for months, there was a time during World War II where the federal government gave oil and gas companies in America permission to add additional levels of ethanol to the fuel in order to reduce the effects of fuel rationing. I have been saying that this had been happening for months since we entered into Iran. This is why you have been running out of gas more quickly. This is why you are experiencing rough idle when you're sitting in the school parking lot waiting for your kids to get out and your car kind of shakes every once in a while. This is why when you turn on your engine, your gas needle drops more than ever. And this is why if you have a car that tells you how many miles you have to empty, it no longer makes any sense. Okay, it is up and down all over the place. It is because you are experiencing reduced fuel efficiency. Okay, now, as of yesterday, Congress authorized oil and gas companies into America to begin adding E15 to fuel, meaning now we are going to experience up to 15% ethanol. So for those of you who don't know what that means, let me explain how it is actually going to affect you. The idea is you are going to pay a little bit less at the pump, hopefully, okay, if the problem doesn't continue to get worse. Now, you pay a little bit less at the pump, but the side effect of that is you run out of gas faster, meaning you have to put more gas. The last 3-4 months, we've been getting gaslighted into believing that that is not what was happening, but it has been. Everyone has pretty much universally agreed you don't smell gas at the pump anymore. You run out of gas more quickly. Your car is not driving as far as it used to, or now it costs more to fill up, and you got to fill up more often. Okay, it is because they have already been doing this. They are now just realizing they can't keep playing in our face and act like we aren't going to notice it. Okay, so here's what you need to do. Well, really, there's nothing you can do. If you drive an old car, sorry, you're screwed, okay? It is going to drastically reduce the engine life that you have, even if you drive a modern era vehicle. It is going to be very bad for people who drive older cars. Now, if you happen to drive what society would label a beater, you know who you are. Your car is going to start to fall apart very quickly, okay? So you may want to, I don't know, maybe stockpile gas now, if that's an option, or start to develop plans on how you can buy a vehicle that is a little bit newer with a little bit less wear and tear on the engine, because this gas is going to start tearing cars apart. Let's be clear. All right, so please, as always, share the video, tell your friends, prepare yourself, protect yourself, and don't tell nobody about it.
If you have an older car, or something, you know, to just ride around in, you know how we do have something just get around in, that E15 is going to eat it up. Going to tear that car up. So you got to get a new car soon. So E15, actually, it was, I don't know if it still is, it was illegal to put in a car that was built before 2001. So any car that was made before 2001, it was illegal to put E15 gas in. Right? Because ethanol is a powerful solvent that eats rubber fuel lines, attacks water, causing your engine to choke, and corrodes steel gas tanks from the inside out, clogs your filters, and causes vapor locks. Automakers have warned in the past that this could cost a customer up to $4,000 in repairs. The corn ethanol lobby has spent $187 million buying influence in Washington and have received over $20 billion in taxpayer subsidies. This is what's happening now. Like I said, this is what's happening. So if you got an older car, that E15 can eat that engine up, and you're gonna be on the side of the road and have to get a newer car. And that's what they want. They want you to get a newer car, which is gonna be my next topic. I'm getting to in a second. Why they want you to get a newer car? But it's all a play. This ain't happening just by design. It ain't happening by accident. like my old lady used to say all the time. Ain't nobody stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. This ain't just happening. Yeah, it's all a play to set up the next thing, set up the next thing. That's how they do. But as always, we playing checkers instead of playing chess like they playing, right? So this is what's going on now. They got the E15 gas they finna put in your car, which, like I said, if you got anything before 2001, it's finna tear that up. So eventually you got to get a newer car.
All right, y'all. So that's what's happening. This is why your gas is not lasting. They're putting E15 ethanol added to the fuel. Nobody informed the public. Donald Trump knows about this. He ain't gonna do nothing about it. He is fully aware that when you get gas and you fill up your tank, it's not lasting as long. They all know. All your politicians approve this. They all approved this E15, including Donald Trump. And the only thing is, like I said, this should have been told to the public, and they withheld this from the public. So, yes. So if you got an older vehicle, older vehicles were not made for higher ethanol in the gas. So it's about to tear your car up and literally make your car unusable, forcing you to get out here and purchase another vehicle. And yes, they're doing this shit to you on purpose. They're doing it to us all. Now, our cars in my family are all pretty, I would say, more on the new end. But I do know a lot of people that drive older vehicles because they can't afford these new cars. The prices are outrageous on these brand new cars. And on top of the ethanol, they're making everybody's vehicle perform worse. They're making everybody's vehicle out here perform worse. This is why you can get gas on Monday and need gas by the time Thursday comes. Or even sooner than that, depending on how much you put in your tank. But I hate to tell you this. This is here to stay. They're not going to switch this blend because of all the stuff going on in the Middle East. So it's another way of squeezing money out of the public. And that's what they're doing. They're squeezing money out of everybody. Everybody. And you may need a new car even if you don't want or did not anticipate buying one. But this is, putting the squeeze on the public. But this blend they're using, it's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. Resurrect Men's. Thank you so much for the super chat, but the CBC want us to fight for their seats, huh? Yeah. And, the sad part is this is the one thing both the Republicans and the Democrats are in agreement with, this 15% ethanol put in the gas to make it burn faster. And your president, he knows about this, and he is the biggest one that dropped the ball. He should have been in front of the public, letting them know what's going on with the gas. But every time somebody puts a mic in his dementia face, all he wants to do is tell you, we got to stop Iran from getting a nuke. We got to stop Iran from getting a nuke. Nobody give a shit. People want to know what's going on with the gas and why they got to pay so much more. When you said we don't really get much out of the Strait of Hormuz. In fact, you went out there with your big mouth talking about we get less than 2% from there. Obviously, that's a big lie. And see, if he don't want to talk about it, that's because he doesn't care about it. Thank you for your support from my channel. He doesn't care. That's why he's not telling you what's going on with the gas situation. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if you got to pay another $10 extra at the pump. This man don't care. All he's going to do is tell you everything's going great. They're winning the war, and and he got Iran under his thumb. He done took out their military, their navy, their army. He's just going to continue to lie. See, when people don't want to deal with something, they avoid the subject. So he is clearly avoiding the subject about the blend of gas that's being sold in this country. He won't talk about it. So he doesn't care. He doesn't care. So, y'all, I just thought I would bring this piece of information to you because it sure will never be in mainstream media at all. So I have my next live coming up, which is our Bible study at 1:45. So I will see you then. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your continued support for me and my channel and my shop. I deeply appreciate it. All praises to the Most High. I pray he will give each and every one of you a special blessing. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude, and I will see you at 1:45. Shalom, family.